My stepmom stole my inheritance, claimed I was unworthy, and almost got away until I uncovered her dirty secret. Imagine this: you wake up one morning, ready to grieve the loss of a loved one, only to discover your life has been stolen. The company your family built. The fortune you were supposed to inherit, it's all gone. Stolen by someone who smiled at your dinner table every night. This isn't just a story, it's Jake Patterson's nightmare. But this isn't just a tale of loss. It's about how Jake turned the tables and exposed a betrayal so deep, it shocked everyone. Jake wasn't born with a silver spoon. His father, Charles Patterson, worked his way from the ground up, turning his tiny eco-friendly tech startup into a multi-million-dollar empire. Jake admired his father's work ethic, and when his mother passed away, their bond only grew stronger. Then Rachel entered the picture. Rachel, Charles' new wife, seemed too perfect. She was charming, supportive, and seemed genuinely interested in the business. But behind the facade, Jake often caught glimpses of something darker: a sly smile, a controlling comment. He brushed it off, thinking it was just grief talking. He was wrong. It started the day after Charles' funeral. Jake was summoned to a meeting with Rachel and the family lawyer. What was supposed to be a simple reading of the will turned into a bombshell. The lawyer declared that Charles had left everything to Rachel. The company, the house, even Jake's college savings. Jake was stunned. "This isn't right," Jake argued, his voice shaking. Rachel, wearing a mask of sorrow, replied, "Your father didn't think you were ready for the responsibility, but deep down, Jake knew his father would never betray him like this. He decided to find out the truth." Jake's first move was to dig into the past few months of his father's life. He started with Charles' personal office, a space Rachel hadn't touched yet. There, tucked away in a chessboard drawer, Jake found a letter. His father's handwriting was unmistakable. It read, "Jake, if you're reading this, it means something's gone wrong. I've been pressured to change my will, but I've made sure there's a safety net. Find my journal. The truth is there." But Rachel wasn't going to make it easy. Jake realized the journal was missing, likely taken by Rachel. He needed another way to prove her deception. Jake's breakthrough came when he examined his father's emails. Hidden in the drafts folder was a scanned copy of an earlier will that named Jake as the sole heir. Armed with this, Jake approached Rachel in a calculated move. He casually mentioned the letter he'd found, watching her reaction closely. For the first time, her mask slipped. She panicked. "You have no proof," Rachel spat. But Jake had more than enough. A conversation he recorded, the earlier will, and the letter from his father formed an airtight case. The courtroom was packed as Jake presented his evidence. Rachel's lawyer tried to spin the story, but the judge wasn't buying it. The letter, the recording, and the altered legal documents painted a damning picture. The verdict was clear: Rachel had manipulated Charles into changing his will. The judge restored Jake's inheritance, and Rachel faced legal consequences for her actions. But Jake didn't stop there. He turned the scandal into a legacy, creating a foundation to support young entrepreneurs in honor of his father's values. Jake's fight wasn't just about money. It was about reclaiming his father's trust and building something meaningful. And while Rachel faded into obscurity, Jake's story became an inspiration. Because sometimes justice doesn't just restore what was lost, it builds something greater. If this story inspired you, share it. Let's remind the world that truth always finds its way to the surface.